Oh, hi, Ken. Okay, let's see how many of these we can bang out tonight. I get a 4-day weekend. Kinda. I have some hiring to do, okay? But at the same time, I also have some bank time to take. And it's Labor Day on Monday. Okay, let's get started. Anything you need to know will be in the description box of the video. I'm not going to do the whole spiel. Please do check out your sun, moon, rising, Venus sign. You're probably here because it's your sun sign. We just shook Aquarius. So it's your turn. Now, this might not resonate. Let's just get that straight. Also, yeah, you know, click the buttons and the things. And again, I only have, you know, my personal social media accounts. That's it, you know. So, you know what I mean? You're not going to have me reaching out to you and stuff like that. Only scammers do that kind of thing. Asking for money. Alright, I'm going to get started for you here. I'm going to start with your song. Teeth. Something about teeth. Teeth are bugging you. Something you're doing with your tongue and your teeth. This is your general reading for up to October 1st, at the very least. This is the last reading that you'll be getting from this place here. Yeah. Next time you see me, I won't be here. At least not for the general readings. I don't plan on doing anything other than general readings from this place. And then I have to get people to load everything up and drive it to my new place, which you'll see when I do the love reading. I think I'm just going to not do a love reading until the beginning of the month, you know. But anyway. Blue light. There's a blue light on something. Blue light on something. Been bothering you. Worried about something getting away from you. These cards wanted to. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus has a song for you for September. Don't want to talk? What's that Standing on the Shore song by Empire of the Sun? Don't want to talk, all I hear is noise. Don't Cry by Guns N' Roses. There's a Heaven Above You, baby. Okay. There you go. Maybe someday. It's a great song. Coincidentally, I was trying to start a band with a guy that was an Aquarius when I was a kid, and this was like the first time I'd ever heard this song was a guy who was playing a cover of this off of Guitar Tab that he found on the internet when the internet was like first ever in existence for people like that used dial-up. Anyway, all right. Botticelli deck for you. We're doing past, present, future. 6, 6, and 6. I will read verticals as well as the horizontal. Aquarius. So I'll use a guitar player. Like an actual guitar player. Not a strummy strum, but like an actual picky pick. Something about the sky. There's a heaven above you, baby. that's got something to do with this. Maybe someday. It's very vague. A vague promise there. Oh, okay. Changing the pressure. There was a change in the pressure you're putting on yourself that has to do with something. Has to do with a connection, has to do with a contract, has to do with something. There's a change in the amount of pressure you're placing on yourself to perform. Twist for furnace. Very organized. You're very organized in your thoughts. You like to keep an organized space. You're worried about dismantling your structures that you've put in place. You're worried about upheaval. You don't like the chaoticness of it. You're trying to avoid chaotic energy. You're trying to avoid dismantling things that you've established. It causes anxiety for you to dismantle the things that you've established. Okay, past energy. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands in the reverse. There were firm foundations that were dismantled for you in the recent past, Aquarius. This is something that has to do with your inner child. I'm getting off of this card here. You don't feel nurtured. You're trying to protect your inner child at the same time, because these foundations here that have in the recent, that in the past here, the recent past, the firm foundations that you thought were secure, that should have been secure, or not. High Priestess. Yeah, you're hiding something. You're hiding, there's a secret, there's deep knowing, deep knowledge and intuition. Piscean energy. You could be an Aquarius, Pisces, cusper. You're descending into the underworld with that book to gain some inner knowledge. You've come to understand something in the recent past, or there were secrets that were kept. The firm foundation, there was a flawed firm foundation because it is based on secrets. Or there's a secret that you're keeping about this. This firm foundation doesn't necessarily have to do with, could have to do with the home. It could have to do with a relationship, an established relationship. But it could also just be a structured environment that you were used to, that you thought was going to hold stability. You're keeping it secret. You're keeping the disappointment secret. This woman is protecting the inner child in this picture. That's what I see. Fuck, we're going for the one that flipped. The truth. So we have secrets in the truth. You're hiding the truth about how you feel about this structured foundation being shook or being imbalanced and stable. You're secretive about the truth of a situation in the past. I will clarify. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. And so anything that you were attempting to take slow in the recent past, as a result of this, you decided to halt altogether. This is Virgo energy, so during the beginning of Virgo season, you halted things altogether because there was a realization of the truth, a deep inner knowing, a realization of the truth. Stopped you in your tracks, and you're keeping it secret. Has to do with Aries energy, masculine Aries energy, leadership energy. Can also be a tyrannical father figure. Somebody who rules with a firm hand, but somebody who's fair. Passionate leadership energy. You couldn't approach a situation with Knight of Pentacles energy. You stopped. So you came forward with King of Wands energy instead. Or it could be any other individual who's, entwined in this situation did. Strong masculine energy. Try to step into your masculinity a little bit more. Could be you felt rejected because of not moving fast enough, so you tried to step into a more passionate side. We haven't determined what this is really. It seems to be rooted in stability and creativity thus far, with a truth. You realized you have to unburden yourself. There are too many responsibilities at play. But you're passionately protecting your right to make the decisions yourself. With that King of Wands energy there. You say when you unburden yourself of responsibility. In the current for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You realize where you're giving too much. You're overburdened. You're exhausted. You're exhausted and you've burnt out. Okay, current energy. You're taking time to go within. There's the book again. There's the book. Here's the book. Here's the book. Do you see the book? Virgo season. We're in Virgo season. Current energy. Going within to seek that truth out that is either hidden in a deep-seated place or is within that book. Books are about illumination, right? The hermit usually carries a torch or a lantern, which is about illumination, illuminating the inner truth. What is best for my highest good? He's taken a page out of that book, and it seems that he's burying it, or he's got it in his hand, clutched in his hand, as if to say, this is my truth, to declare that is my truth. But he wants to hide it, or he wants to bury it, or he wants to do something with it. He's not left it in there. There's a realization that is that you're called to make at this time. And yet this man is he's barely clothed. He's keeping himself robed. So there's something here where this person is seeking themselves in their truest, most barest, most honest form. And yet it's a dichotomy in and of itself. He's got the page from the book. He's illuminated the truth for himself. He's learned something about himself, yet he wants to bury it, just like he wants to connect with his most natural nature, yet he is hiding himself. What else? Because of this, because of the structure, because of the unstable structure from the past. You've been called to go within and seek your truth. I'm going to try and read the verticals as I go so that we can save a little time. Two of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, this High Priestess, this deep inner knowing, this hidden mystery or this secret The secret has to do with taking the blindfold off, no longer being at an impasse or a fork in the road and refusing to make a decision on which direction you would like to head, and opening up the protective, stance that our Two of Swords typically has, that's over the heart space. Removing the blindfold. Opening up and deciding on a direction as opposed to obliviousness. It's got to do with this this secret, or this following your intuition that happens with the High Priestess in the past. But it's also during this present time with the Hermit. I think you firmly believe that going inward, turning inward, is going to help you to see more clearly which direction it was fork in the road. What else? Aquarius. I still don't have any cups on the board yet. Okay, it's about your legacy. The truth is about your legacy. What is your legacy? You're deciding which way you want your legacy to go. Truth is about your legacy. 10 of Pentacles energy. Legacy. It is not money. Legacy is about something we build into the world so that we can live forever. It is about something that lasts long after we are gone. There are 2 deaths. When I don't know who the hell I heard this from. I don't know if it was a tarot reader or if it was something else, but I heard this and it made so much sense. We die 2 deaths. All right? Once when we actually die, and then again when people stop speaking our name. And so legacy is about ensuring that we have something that carries on after we no longer, right? Whether it be through the actions that we take, through the way that we treat people, through the things that we teach others, through the things that we create that are tangible or intangible even in the real world that carry on with our name attached to them, or our legacy. Our legacy is really just the breath of the essence that we kind of cough out into the world to carry on when we're gone, yeah? It's not just the money. That's the beauty of it. The money doesn't even matter. In fact, you know, oftentimes the people with the greatest legacies died broke. You know? That's the amazing thing, and that is the truth. Is that the truth has to do with your legacy here. The truth is that you want a legacy. You're trying to find out what that is. What is your legacy? You're learning about what your legacy is and what you wish your legacy to be. There is an apology. Right now in the current period, there's rather an apology or a gift. Something small. Something small. It's the first cup that I've seen out, and we're at like card 10. It's got to do with the reason why this Knight of Pentacles turned and stopped in its tracks and moved backwards. It was barely moving to begin with. It was trying to take it slow. And now in the present, there's an apology or a gift. Something very small. A token of affection. But in the past, it's got to do with this about face. There was an about face. And so now, in the present, there's either an apology or a small offering of an emotional sort to try to make up for this the turn of events. I'm hearing turn of events. Do you see? Because this is normally moving forward, but very, 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 very slow. This is something that's like definitely stood still. Turned and stood still. About face. About face. The Knight of Pentacles did an about face, and the King of Wands entered. And now there's a need for this apology or this small token of appreciation or token of affection of some sort. We have Cancerian Scorpionic energy. Feminine. Very poetic, very intuitive. You're following your intuition. This offering is this is either a reminder for you to follow your intuition, or this is somebody in your energy. I almost feel like you're that Knight of Pentacles that stopped in their tracks and turned in the opposite direction, transformed into the King of Wands to defend a right to unburden oneself after a period of exhaustion from carrying all of these swords. Or sorry, not swords, wands. The need to unburden oneself. Then we have the Queen of Cups underneath it. You're trying to match somebody's energy by turning into this King of Wands. Their current energy is poetic, intuitive, watery, receptive. Either that or this is what you need to do. There's something about this person writing on the page in the book. They wrote on the page in your book. They wrote on the page in your book. Back there, the book was closed. Here, you tore a page out and you fucking buried it. And here, this person's writing on a page in the book. Did they have the audacity, Aquarius, to write in your book? Did they have the audacity to make an impression in your book or to enlighten you in some way? Do they intuitively know how to make an impression? Did they call you out on something? I'll clarify anyway, it's fine. You'll be able to see. You will be experiencing a time where gratitude is a necessity, or where you feel an abundance of gratitude for what you have. You're no longer focusing on what you've lost in the present when you come out of the present energy and you move towards the end of September. Before you get to the end of September, I think one of the things that you are learning or have learned, if you are not this Queen of Cups, which you may have learned as one of these things, is the expression of gratitude. Or this is something significant about this Queen of Cups, is their expression of gratitude for so many things. Future energy. It's the chairs. What's this one? Oh, that's the 2. Union. Okay, so I bitched and complained about how we weren't going to have any cups. Guess what? Now all we're getting is cups. It's fine. Excuse me. So, 2 cups. After coming out of this hermit energy, after emerging from the hermit energy, or the thing that you learned, the page that you take out of that book, is that the page you take out of the book? Is the union of the 2. The inner truth. The inner truth is that you do want union, or the inner truth is that the union of 2 people is necessary. There are 2 people coming together here. Union, reunion, one of the 2. Sorry, I just dropped like a whole bunch of cards. I'm not gonna let that happen. Okay. Well, I guess they want it to happen, whoever they is gonna be. First and foremost, we have Page of Pentacles in the reverse. There's not enough time. That you're saying to somebody there's not enough time. This is also indicative of a timepiece, a peace offering, something to do with a coin, a medallion, a charm, a button. But somebody expressing the absence of it. Somebody deciding that they don't have enough time to make a decision about the fork in the road. The secret is that they don't have enough time. Or sorry, you don't have enough time. That's the secret. You don't have enough time to make the decision you want to make. Or you realize that you haven't had enough time. Or that you want more time. Like, okay, here's the thing. I'm ruled by time. Hi, I'm a Capricorn. And when I see this card here, what it means to me is a freaking pocket watch. Or like, you know, something to do with clickety clack, there goes your clock. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. Every time I see that card, I think it's got to do with time. It has to do with a timepiece. It has to do with something that's got to do with that. So it's really hard for me to not associate it with that. I think also this hermit energy from the present has to do with the realization that time has been ticking on and you're really looking for a union. You know that the road, you've hit a fork in the road where your legacy is important to you. And you need to decide if you want to have union with somebody or a partnership with somebody that could have to do with a legacy. You know this is a part of your truth, and you have been holding this secret. Time has come clicking on, and you know that you're running out of time. That's troubling. Scorpionic energy. Death card. Death card. Okay. You will experience an ending, as we all do, endings and beginnings, or transformation at the end of the month. This could be an actual, you might learn the truth about somebody through a will. The reason I say that is we have Ace of Swords in the past, Ten of Pentacles in the present, and then the Death card in the future. That has to do with estates. Secrets coming out through estates. Secrets coming out after death. It could also just be your own fear of your own mortality. And the need to create that legacy before it's too late. You're already feeling that it's too late. There's something really fatalistic about your view about unions as well. You might also think it's too late for you to enter union with somebody and have a successful relationship with somebody. That's something that you're keeping hidden. It's a deep-seated fear. Something that you went within to resolve during the present. But you're really concerned with creating a legacy before the time passes that you can no longer. You might be gifted an inheritance. A small inheritance, a very, very small inheritance that's meant for its, or you're going to inherit something that's of sentimental value because the Knave of Cups is here. You could be gifted something through somebody's estate, but it's small. Or there's a great deal of sentimentality wrapped up in this. Looking for an apology. Looking to apologize to somebody before death. Looking to make sure that your legacy remains intact and that you leave nobody, that you leave yourself forgiven for taking the wrong path. Don't worry, it's not you. There's something else going on here. I think that you're very aware of your own mortality now. And you're looking at what you have went and done and what you haven't done. All these things that I've done. Yeah, put me on the back burner, right? The thing that got put on the back burner is the thing that you're trying to work on. Right now, you're trying to work on your legacy. You encounter this person in the present, this Queen of Cups in the present, and you realize that you put something on the back burner. And you're so grateful. You're grateful for the things that you've accomplished. You feel you're running out of time. And you can see the endings and beginnings that are coming. Something highly intuitive about that. You don't want to fight. You don't want conflict. In the future, you're not wanting conflict with somebody. I think that you apologize in the present to avoid conflict in the future. Or there's a small token or gesture of appreciation or adulation, affection, adoration rather, that you send in somebody's direction, hoping that in the future it helps to lessen conflict with somebody, to preserve your name. Or following and ending or transformation of some sort. Intuitively, this Queen of Cups can already see it happening. She's already writing it in her book. She's already looking down at it. She's already looking down at the conflict that will not happen. Like there's conflict that's not happening. That Five of Wands in the reverse. She's looking down at the conflict not happening. She's comfortably sitting here in the present. She's not shook. You know? She can see the death. She can see the timepiece in the reverse. Or sorry, the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. She can see the union. She can see what we would normally consider to be conflict or a lack of self-mastery and self-discipline. You know? She can see all of that. She can see that it's not a conflict. She can see the peace. It's peace. She's peacefully sitting there watching it all happen. She intuitively knows. I'm hearing. Okay, your final two. Four of Swords, the need for... So at the end of the month, you're going to go into a dreamlike state, meditative state. a place where rejuvenation and relaxation is necessary in order to gain perspective. You just came out of this energy. The cry for it was huge in the past. You're entering it in the present with that hermit energy, and there's a plea for it here in the end of October, end of September as well, because the beginning of a relationship did not occur. There's a need to search the heavens for your answers. There's a heaven above you, baby. Yeah. I'd make wine of your tears, but there's no, it's spilt upside down. Boom. I'd make wine of your tears. Unburdening oneself of a responsibility is experiencing gratitude in the present. Living in the moment and experiencing gratitude for the present. Because in the future you don't know that Ace of Cups is going to come for you. Mindfulness meditation. Okay. Bottom of the deck. You've poured yourself into so much here that has to do with your intellect and with your legacy and with your stability and with your monetary gain and with your creativity. And then it just totally morphs itself into an intuitive, introspective thing. An entity of its own by the time you get to the end of September. The moon in reverse, coming out of coming out of energy shrouded in darkness. I'm hearing that there's something about dreams here. Look at this is my melancholy and infinite sadness card. I think there's some joy that you have experienced revelation in the future. Through dreams and through dreamlike state, and that you have come to no longer deceive yourself. You're not deceiving yourself any longer. You're seeking truth, and you're trying to gain clarity on something. Okay, clarifying with Sun Moon Tarot. One more. Aquarius. What's this shaken foundation in the past? This for fairness again. Still very organized. Smooth twist. What is this? What is the shaken foundation? What is the shaken foundation? The shaken foundation. It was something that rocked your world. Totally unexpected. Twist of fate. Because this is almost like a wheel here. Two shaken foundations. came from two different angles. Double whammy. Tell me more. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Shit. I'll take the one that flipped. I'm not taking that book. Felt left out in the cold, abandoned. It was a feeling rather than a reality. You could have let yourself in at any time. Because churches are places of sanctuary. But you felt left out in the cold. You felt totally left out in the cold. Anything else? I have to clarify more because I just doubled up on, you know. Oh, fuck, man. You swore that you were going to achieve victory as a result. You know, kind of like revenge. You know, the best revenge is living well. And you swore that you would keep it a secret forever. Because guess what? You have High Priestess fucking right there again with it, so it just doubled up twice. High Priestess, High Priestess. 2 secrets? 2 secrets. Double whammy. 2 secrets. What are the 2 secrets? Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What are the 2 secrets of the past? 2 lighthouses staring at each other. The moon. A lighthouse staring at a lighthouse. Taking a picture of a lighthouse staring at a lighthouse. Confusion. Mystery. Deception. Something hidden under the... something that takes place in the night. When other people can't see. Acting outside of your headspace, so totally irrational. Might be irrational fears. You might have irrational fears. Not using your intellect. Dreams. Nightmares. Irrational fears that have to do with your nightmares. And rage. Rage. A lack of courage. There's fear. I have fear twice here then. Leo. Leo energy. What else? What else is the secret? Look, there's our Hermit in reverse and our Devil in reverse. Addiction energy. Addiction and Virgo. Or addiction to a Virgo. Or because we have our Hermit in reverse, coming out of a period of self-discovery, that you took some time to examine yourself. Look at that hourglass. To address something that you were bound by, or something that you felt bound to, or something to clear out something toxic, or to explore your baser human nature, but realizing there's something there in the recent past that was to an extreme. This is usually addictions, things that people live in excess on the earthly plane. Drugs, alcohol, sex, food, shopping, gambling. What's the truth? Oh, that was really efficient. The truth is you need to take a risk. Aries energy. Risk on what? Risk on exercising self-discipline, mastering the elements and yourself. Gemini energy. Aries to Gemini, Taurus. Fixed energy. Your fixed energy. But connecting with the earth. Take a risk. There's a need to take a risk. And exercise self-discipline. Strike out. Strike out. Knight of Pentacles. What was this about face that she did? Why did we stop in our tracks and turn around? Aquarius. I felt a lack of balance. Lack of balance, of course, because you had too many burdens, as we see there, yeah? Transformed into the King of Wands. Why did we feel the need to transform to the King of Wands? For the sake of our legacy. Dig deep. Become the leader. Take the lead. Right? To achieve my legacy, I must take the lead. But then that just leads to the need to unburden oneself of responsibility, right? Anything else on this King of Wands? What else? Why else? King of Cups in the reverse. Not following your intuition. Cancerian and Scorpionic energy within this deck. Otherwise, I would say Scorpionic and Piscean energy. Masculine, not following intuition, moody, irrational, irritable. I shouldn't have said moody. That's a really dickhead word to use. But irritable, emotional, but in the wrong ways. Emotionally immature. Put you in the wrong headspace. All of these responsibilities here. What are these responsibilities anyway? It's like you wanted this one thing. You tried to step into the leadership role. But then the King of Cups came with it in the reverse. It's like you couldn't balance the two. The power and the emotional side of it. One of the burdens is that you're lying to yourself about something. Yeah. You're lying to yourself and you're lying to others about something. The Seven of Swords is treachery, debauchery, an exercise in futility because you're never going to get all this done because you're consistently, overburdening yourself, first of all. You're lying to yourself that you could get it all done because it's just a constant pile of never-ending burdens. There's always going to be new wood to pick up. More? Is there anything else? One more. When what you really want to do is you want to step into this energy, which is Piscean, Cancerian energy, which is more gentle, more watery, more emotionally fluid. As somebody who doesn't have to be such a hard ass as a King of Wands can sometimes be implied, or the King of Cups in the reverse, which is somebody who's closed off. Has to shut everything out for the sake of the burdens and for the sake of the legacy. Here, lying to yourself that it's an exercise in futility to consistently be overburdened and need to drop burdens, because what you would really like to do is you would really like to live in a little bit more intuitive, emotionally connected space. Okay, what is this page from the book with our Hermit? Aquarius. Huh? I have not been taking care of my mental and spiritual health. That's what this is saying. Lack of connectedness with spirituality. Need to meditate. Either that or that you have awakened from a deep sleep, or you have come to a realization spiritually and emotionally. It has to do with an Aries or Leo feminine energy. Where did I see that before? Didn't I see strength up there? Yeah, that's one of the secrets. One of the secrets has to do with Leo. Third party. I hate using that term. The only reason I do with this deck is because I see that leopard print, and every time I see leopard print, I think third party feminine. I don't usually like even using the term third party. There really, are no, what is it? All is fair in love and war. I don't believe that shit. I think that people should be committed to one another and that's it. But, you know, that's just me. That's just because, you know, but, that's just because I'm a Capricorn and I'm loyal to the freaking, to a fault. But this here, Queen of Wands in the reverse, I think you realize that somebody's fire was too hot and it wasn't something that was nourishing and warming to you in your past. This was somebody who burned you and scorched you. It took you a great deal of time to realize that. That's that page in the book that you're looking to bury with that hermit. The Four of Wands. That's actually sleeping it off under the tree after healing from your Three of Swords energy, which is 3 swords piercing a heart. It's deep pain, heartbreak that you've experienced, that you've now healed from, meditated on, taken refuge from, enough to gain space and distance on it, to see things for what they really are. You've taken that page out of the book and you buried it. Is this person writing a new page for you? This Queen of Cups. This person's taken the book and has started rewriting it for you. Interesting. Okay, let's see. Anything else that you've learned in this time of connecting with yourself? In the present, Aquarius. Okay. Two of Wands in the reverse. Without delay. Without delay. There's something here that has to do with our Two of Swords. The 2 roads that you've taken your blindfold off. You've opened up your space. And you've decided which path you're looking at the 2 paths. And it's time to make a decision. Without delay, you feel pressure to make a decision. But you're still dwelling on the cups that have spilled. You can't look yet. You haven't reached this end stage over here where you are able to exercise gratitude for the lessons of the 3 that have spilled over. You're still looking at them in the reflecting pool over here, whereas at the end of the month you're able to express gratitude for those that have spilled over and appreciate the 2 that are intact. Over here you're not. Okay. You're closed off. You're hoarding your energy and your emotions. You might also be saving up as a part of your legacy. There's something that you're saving. You're saving to yourself, or you're saving up as a part of whichever these 2 paths that you're looking and intent to travel down. Also could be protection of the heart space. Without delay. That doesn't make any sense. Without delay, I've opened up my heart space, and without delay, I'm going to protect my heart space. I feel like this is more saving up. It's got something to do with your legacy. Shit. No. Again. 2 seconds. Okay. You're moving forward. Moving on the intellect. Travel, air travel. But moving forward, you're moving forward towards, you're saving up to move. You're saving up to relocate or move forward. You've decided. It could be just a trip though. A trip across water typically. Normally, classically it is. I'll say air travel here because it looks like a helicopter. But you're researching it right now. It's got to do with your legacy. You believe it's got to do with going after your legacy, but you're saving up for it. Without delay, I'm saving up. This is one of the paths I wish to go on. It's got to do with travel or with relocation and movement forward and advancing towards your legacy and towards your son. That's the ultimate wish card. That is the yes in the tarot towards something that has been illuminated for you. Towards somebody who illuminates something for you. Leo energy again. This is either somebody that you encountered during Leo season or met during Leo season, or a Leo themselves. But this is you traveling towards somebody who feels like the sun. Or sheds light on things, illuminates things for you. Didn't I tell you the book is about illumination because it's knowledge? This person is writing a new page in your book. They are the one that illuminates things for you. It doesn't have to be a chick. It can be a dude. We can all reverse the gender roles here. It's not like that. But the Queen of Chalices, Queen of Cups, same difference. Cancerian, Scorpionic energy. What's this gift? I'm saying gift, but it could just be an apology. What is this with the page? What is this with the page for you? Okay, so it's something that's got to do with where you've been watching, or somebody who's been watching you, or a communication that was cutting. An apology for a communication that was impulsive or cutting, or a token of affection based on something that you saw, or because you watched somebody, or somebody watched you and is offering this to you, or somebody communicated with you in a cutting manner, an impulsive manner, recklessly, and now they wish to offer an apology, or they are offering an apology. Reckless communication. Apologies for reckless communication. Warning not to be too proud, not to be defensive. And uphold tradition when it comes to this. Stand in your traditional values. Taurus energy. Philosophies, viewpoints, belief systems that are already established and deeply rooted in structured faith and belief systems. The institution of marriage. Clergy. Counselors. Sage advice. Somebody who helps you gain perspective. This Queen of Cups helps you gain perspective. Or it's a call for you to gain perspective through following your intuition, writing, creative self-expression. Here we go again. Here's a gift or an apology that comes at a celebration. It has to do with this Queen of Cups. There's joyous celebration and a token of affection that is delivered to this Queen of Cups at a celebration. Anything else on that? On this Queen of Cups? Tell me more. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Another Hollis. Eight of Pentacles. Work. somebody who works, that is working on their stability, working towards luxury, working towards their legacy. Could be somebody at the workplace. Could be a work function that they're at when you bring this to them. Or there are people that they work with that are there. What's this? The 5, the gratitude. We already know that. We already did that over here, which you're now exercising gratitude for. You've learned the lesson by the end of the present. This union, though, who's this union with? Who's this union with? I want to say it's that person, but it might not be. We don't know that. Ace of Pentacles, somebody that you had a sort of beginning with, but it didn't really pan out. Somebody that you tried to enter a contract with or an agreement with, but there isn't really an agreement. It's not rooted in stability. It's not really tangible. Aquarius. 3 of Wands in the reverse. You can no longer sit and watch and survey. You have to go for the union. That's what you're realizing. You can't just sit there and watch the waves. You have to go surf. Yeah. Now, I know this says failure on the top of it. Don't pay attention to these, because if you know the tarot, you know that this is actually about cultivation. 7 of Pentacles. You realize that you have to cultivate the connection. You cannot reap without sowing. Right? And you know that it's going to require time, and you're afraid that you don't have time. Tower in the reverse. So it's shocking to you, this ending. It's shocking to you in a way, but it's not, because it's not a major tower. It's not an upright tower. It's a reverse tower. Which means you either saw it coming, or like you either saw this end and transformation coming, or rebirth after an ending coming, or it's not as bad as you think it's going to be. Could even be a positive change. Something you expect. What else? What else with this ending? Tell me more about this ending. King of Wands in the reverse. It's going to put you in some angry energy. There's some rage here. There's some rage and there's some fear. And the fear may lead you into walking away from something that may have otherwise been of emotional fulfillment. There's fear driving that decision. Anything else? Oh, damn. 10 of Cups in the reverse. There's communication here with the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Wands. Communicate that you just don't see a happy home situation or a romantic fulfillment happening with somebody in particular. You're trying to avoid conflict, or you're hoping that there can, out of this, there can be amends that are made. You're trying to move slowly. You're trying to move slower. You're trying to buy time. You're trying to move slower. So it's not actually an ending. It's a transformation. Because we have the 2 8s. We have the Tower. We have the Death card. This is like literally like 89 to 90% scorpionic energy, which is actually transformation. It's not just death. It's not just, and that's it. It's also transformation. So it's a shift in the relationship energy that's happening here. You're not necessarily saying that you're walking away from it, but what you are saying is that you're afraid, or there's something here that's too passionate or unstable for you. You're willing to walk away and abandon what would otherwise be an emotionally fulfilling situation in favor of better communication. You don't see it moving towards 10 of Cups energy, but you do see movement forward. Just more stable and slower, more grounded energy moving forward. Just Taurus energy. Virgo energy also here. If we were going by time, that'd be a year from now, actually. That's a really long time to take. That's a long take your time. Is that you, or is that somebody else saying that? That's like somebody saying, you know what, give me a year kind of thing. That's not cool. But it's in order to avoid conflict, or there is an avoidance of conflict here. Nobody wants to fight. And I don't necessarily know that this is actually romantic energy either. It could just be emotional fulfillment, because you got a lot of emotional fulfillment wrapped up in your legacy. The legacy that you want to leave behind. There's a lot of fear here, though. King of Pentacles, stability. Yeah, you want to be an upright Knight of Pentacles energy so that you can move into King of Pentacles energy eventually. Which you can only do by healing yourself, is what you're saying here. And meditating and going within. Gaining true balance and equilibrium. Seeking your truth. And why is this Ace of Cups here? Because there's not going to be the beginning of anything? Or is somebody else going to come along, try and start something with you, and you're not going to want to start something new? What is this? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Oh, stop dropping cards on the floor. God. It's something that you lost hope. You lost hope on a long time ago. Also Aquarian energy. I feel like it's just not. You wouldn't be being true to yourself if you went ahead with creating a new relationship. Somebody brings you an offer of a new relationship at the end of September, and you don't have any faith in that. Jesus, God. Ugh. You don't have any faith in a new connection. You don't have any faith in that connection. I feel like you may have already, like that's not your wish. That's not your wishes. Anything else on that? We're shuffling backwards now, kids. It happened. Take the one here. Yeah. You have no faith and a lack of passion. So this new thing that tries to come along at the end of September, there's no inspiration, there's no passion, and you have a lack of faith in it. Probably because you're trying to approach things from a more balanced headspace and be fair and just. Libra energy. Yeah, you'll be in Libra season when that happens. It's because you're connected. You're doing mindfulness. You're getting more connected spiritually, more spiritually aware. And you want to be this King of Pentacles energy for someone. Even though you were willing to walk away from it, you're willing to sacrifice it to get it back in the right form. 10 of Wands. You're burdened. You got too many burdens. Too many responsibilities. That's the overall energy here. Too many responsibilities. I'm just going to call the reading that. Boom. Done and dusted. Too many responsibilities. That's the name of your reading. There you go. Yeah. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do your affirmation. We'll get you some poetry and we'll get you the hell out of here. Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is your affirmation? for September. Aquarius. I'm in Mars and Venus. I'm lucky. Yeah, gratitude, man. I'm lucky. Yeah, okay. So I just looked at this again. Whoever's coming in at the end of September and trying to offer you a relationship that you're turning down, it's because they don't make you feel connected with yourself. And they don't spark interest and intrigue and inspiration within you to be connected with yourself, or to speak to your higher self or improve on who you are or rise to the occasion. They don't make you feel special either. That's the other thing. Okay. Poetry. Magnetic poetry for Aquarius. Make sure that you let me know how I'm doing by hitting the buttons. And the sign with the most views will get their love read first, which I'm more than likely not going to do until next month after I do the general readings. Ooh, we got lots. Wait, somebody's very passionate this month. Somebody's either passionate towards you, you're passionate towards them. Remember, there's a difference in between being so hot that you burn and warm and nurturing. Although, I think that's something that you're realizing about other people. Remember, too many responsibilities, moderation. Anyway. Thanks for hanging out. Have a great month, Aquarius. Wish me luck. Bye. And we'll just make sure you get a good look at this nightmare. Yeah, oh wait. We'll make sure your affirmation's where it should be. Here. Oh, love it. There you go. Yeah. Wow, eh? What a mess. This mess we're in. Wait. Alright. Okay, catch you on the flip. Bye.